Hello, Monkyvers. Hi, welcome again to Love Like a Love Song, the challenge. This has been the longest challenge I ever did, like in my life. I always have feel like whenever I'm called, but like the calling is not calling, so I need to do the calling. You know what is funny today? I don't know if it's that funny, but like I need to control myself. I was talking about control and stuff like that. And I was talking to somebody about like I don't know when I'm gonna have a partner. And then I will like keep dreaming. I was telling to that person. And then it's like I saw a boss that said dreaming. And I'm like, well, anyway, I feel like that was the silliest joke that I ever had. The universe gave me a sign and the universe was like dreaming. Like keep dreaming, keep dreaming. I'm like, okay. Either way. By the way, I did my lashes, if you don't mind. I'm going to blink twice. No, just kidding. But like, today I want to talk about a thing that I've been just feeling cold or like I need to do because this has been a challenge the longest time that I ever did for you guys and for you and Kiwars. So I don't know. I feel like I'm vibing with the topic. I healed mommy issues. I healed that issues before, so I don't get icky or personal when somebody's like, "Oh my gosh, you like older women." Let me tell about this. Okay, let me tell about this. How I'm going to get into deep down the topic about like handle yourself a lot. And I had a teacher that was a woman. Okay, she was in the 40s, the age of my mom, which is the age that I didn't set for the girls that I will date in the future, or that I was all that I will be in a relationship. And I had the ick with my mom, but like, even though they try something, no, mom, no. This has been a personal thing to me. I know some people love to do age gap long term, like decades, but like I don't reach for decades. Don't Not that much. With my whole respect, I know some people can work with that, but I don't work with that. So let me tell about what is related with this thing about handle control. Okay, so the thing of this is that I really had the time to analyze that. I really had the time to see the panorama. But like my teacher is a smart girl. Like she studied biology, she studied science, pharmacy, blah, 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 blah. But like she was in the 40s and she was trying to approach me at pharmacy, which is weird because I'm not a guinea pig, so she will experiment with me, and I can tell by the way she was acting because at first I didn't know, but like after the way that she act, like I had a time where she was close to me and I was telling with other girl, like she was nice to me, but like too close, too nice, and like that time when you feel like somebody's too nice with you and like you don't align with them, like you feel icky because to be honest with her, the age gap was like 40, 20 years older than me, and like I am still 20 the age that I met my teacher, but like I'm grateful that I dropped out of pharmacy, not on purpose, of course, but like she also gave me a bad grade because of that. Because at the first semester, I was like, she was nice with me, whatever, but like after the class of massages, that they give each other massage, that was nice, whatever. She started to act rare, like you might feel icky in my place, my shoes, and I don't know, I feel like you know but like it wasn't consensual, you know what I mean? And so at some moment when I did that joke about like I will never date like somebody, well, because I don't like that. I'm not a exchange of coin, like something like that. I did like a silly joke with a classmate, and like she then got like horrendously bad with me. And so at that time that were like, she was mad at me because she was pointing me, you're bad, you're bad, because she was wanting to find the perfect excuse. That's what I also study psychology, to point me for something that she know deep down that she couldn't handle. So by consequence, I said back, but I didn't point her. I mean, at first I kind of was like, but like I was kind of, this is not good. Like she was pointing me straight up to me, but like as if she would be screaming at me. You know what I mean? Because when you tell somebody mad something like, "Oh my gosh, you want to do that?" It's because you know deep down that that person is hurt, like their ego is hurt. But like when you are telling somebody mad something, but like you are recognizing their needs, you are also doing and having a good communication. Like I know, but you try to handle, but like you are a polite person, a demure person, and like they're picky, yes or no, even if you hard or no. And so at some point you feel okay, you know what I mean? So recognizing that pattern by the second, because I was wanting to fight, like my ego was wanting to fight, and even though pointing that, oh my gosh, blah, 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 but like I need to sit back and I need to be like, yeah, but I don't need to clock my emotions because I still feel guilt, even though I wasn't like appropriating or like inviting her to do that because she was wanting and I don't. That's when I also reinforced the belief of like, no mommy issues, no mommy, no, no, no. I don't want to in my relationship. I don't want to, no, 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 because this is a bad territory, and I will tell you 3 exercises to do that and how to identify that. So after that, I need to be at peace. I need to remember what was my limit, especially in age gap relationships, recognizing that was all the things that she did was wrong, and just sit back. She chill after that. I didn't was like, no, I just let it cool. Fine. Peace. Peace doesn't mean avoidance. That was key to me because I've been avoiding things, girls, boys, people, work, time, effort, laziness, jobs. I've been avoiding multiple things before. So at the second that I was doing peace with that, I was like, I don't need to avoid this. And I need to journal, I need to heal it. And the way that I heal is by not showing emotions. No. I was just making sure that I would see this experience with peace, and no matter what other people tell to me, because even though my mom, my family, especially my mom, they tell me jokes that you should study more, you should do that more, but like they just see me like a piece of meat. And but other people will be like, no, but I should sleep with these people, I should do that, I should please them, I should be on their knees, asking for whatever. No, that is not the thing. This episode, sorry, I need to recheck this. I don't know, I'm just singing and I sing song. Either way. Self-control, being stoic, which is something that I am. Like when I don't love, I really stoic. Like I see you with peace, but like no feeling involved as well at the same time. I don't know how it's like you don't feel the thing or like like you don't feel but like you feel like it's like you're explaining someone as a microphone that you liked before, but like it's sad because they broke and like something like that. It also happened with a microphone, but like it is like that. And to reach that point of stoicness stoicness, I can take this episode clear. I can take this episode. I can take this episode clearly and emotionally well done. Okay, but like I even don't need to study this right now. Like I'm learning and explaining at the same time. But this is proof, okay? This is matter of fact. I've been explaining this graphic, but like, this is the side. This is called the insular cortex that is in charge of perception of intense emotions. And the two is the center of hyperactivation of fear, that is the amygdala. And the three is the medical prefrontal, that is regulates emotion but is not regulated with somebody that path for trauma, had stuff like that. And four is the blue side, that is the hippocampus, that did not distinguish but let it got over focus of the future. These three areas, that is the hippocampus, the medial prefrontal, the amygdala, that you need to also focus for like blue. The blue and the orange and the green side are more bigger, so by consequence you might feel don't distinguish between the focus and the future, that you always worry about the future. You will not be regulating your emotions, and your hyperactivation of fear might be really on. Okay. And lastly, that will affect, this is the red part. Yeah, that red one right here is in charge of the area that you are supposed to take care of most. Let me explain. When you had a problem, let's say thing that happened to me that was in my AirPods that I didn't find out, I was just, let me chill out. Let me rewind my day. Just let me remember what I had going on, okay? And I was like remembering all the things that I had before, and I was like, I had in my pillow, no. I had in my things, no. Then I kindly asked, and it's different asking, like, your brother in the kind of way that you take by your phones. Take that again. And it's different when you ask somebody, you might take that or not. I mean, it's okay, you can try. And I did a second just because my ego would be like, yeah. And so while I was doing that, I was like, let myself breathe for a second. Just I even though pray at the time, like, let me just pray. Let me just pray for a second. And praying doesn't mean that I did not still believe or love what I love. So people always also do come, but I would say that later. So I was praying, and I was like getting myself in the zone of calmness that I need, because I was like, oh my gosh, my hippocampus, my frontal lobe is blocked. No, it's only blocked because I'm not 25 or 20 whatever or 30. It's also blocked because I don't feel nothing. I don't think well. Even talk about low IQ is so hard for me. Like, at least a couple things grow my hand because of that. But like, I was thinking, and I find it in front, like above my bed, and even though my own bed, no, like the other bed of my next room, I found over that, and so I was like, yeah. That was a play. So that is one example. Another one, if you might ask about love, and this is a funny one that I would do with guys, with girls, even though that I'm not into boys, but like I do that with like boys that I try to, but like it never work, and this is so funny to think about it. Like, what do you think about the boys or the girls that you date, no matter the pronouns? Because even though I date them broke me. So, do they have gold in their pants? Piercing doesn't count. Do they have that? No. So, clean your tears, and if they don't have that, it's okay. No, it's just still a joke, but like, take it how it resonates to you. But like, you are not dismissing what you pass for, you know? You are just focused in the things that you are on. And let me tell you a secret. When you want to achieve that statement of flow, that how some people call it, or a statement of presence, you need to do something in speed mode so you could let your mind know that you are in alert for one action. And once you are done with the action, but do it in a way that you might feel comfortable. You don't need to abuse of your own body to actually reach the point of flow or consciousness. And so once you are in that, you travel to the medium and then to the highest. That is the statement of pure calmness. And you repeat that so your mind will get used to that emotional calmness. I just say an example. I always do push-ups. I also do take therapy. I see some jokes of the black community that say, "Oh my gosh, I just do push-ups to like my family," but like I do that. I take that method as well with me. Whenever I feel mad or overreactive, whatever, I do that. No matter the place, sometimes, or I do this, or I just, I just kidding. But like, I want to just. You know what I mean? When you feel like you can with something and like you can. So at that moment, your mind will be like, but like you need to slow down. And there is an exercise of meditation that is called the peak moment, releasing moment. Whatever. It's not to respect. It's my way to explain. Okay, just chill back. Okay, this is not a like a you need to no just chill. But like there is a state of mind where you literally hold a lot of air. You know what I mean? So you will have the friction on you. That is also included in psychology. It's called a resilience. Restore the mind and restore, so, and that level of consciousness you reach practically by doing that again and again. But like in workout terms, it's like you speed the time, you speed all that you can to reach the peak, and then you kind of lower, and then you're like you, but like then you feel hot, and then after do that of like breathing exercise, you feel more calmness. The difference between these two, because I never met some people that were like actually in the peak moment where I felt like was like soft, whatever. Those two emotions are linked because you speed the mood to be in just one peak, and you. So that is basically the secret. It's not like, oh my gosh, but no, that basically that is the key to like have that. And the Stoic mindset that my uncle also tell me once is that you need to let go of things that you can control. I'm doing an example with my 2 points of view, my 2 POV, from somebody else to me, to me, to somebody else. That was my brother. And I did apologize to blame him, even though I didn't scream, but I did apologize. Because yeah, I can commit mistakes. We all could do mistakes. We need to see what mistakes we do. So, to be honest and fair, no matter what happened to you, and there is a secret to avoid heartbreak, I have to tell you as well that is attached also to a stoic mindset when it comes to loving people. I give and I don't hope nothing. Nothing recognition, none of the remarkable, none of the I don't hope flowers, I don't hope like letters that I do to people before, I don't hope diamonds, I don't hope money for anyone that I will love or I'm about to love in the future, because my heart is really curious. I know that. But like, I don't hope that, because that is the thing I can control. The only thing I can control is how I love. And if I'm able to give my 100% to somebody, I might be able. I know that it's many things that I can control. If I want to travel and my cat die, I want to do that, and I really did that. And I did my best. Like, I reached my peak moment of like done sleeping at all. And that was a moment that I need to be take a step back and be like, yeah, I am now myself. I'm letting things be. Even though when I love somebody, I remember me having a friend at the time and just saving, some money, but like then the time comes and like we didn't have the chance to meet each other. And I was like, okay, but like this thing happen. I can control it. They block me, they love me, they're not. But like you need to let go. And if you want to compare that with a hookup mindset, do that. I mean, not with the sex part, but like with the term, like not attachment, just giving. Because I feel like we can learn about that a lot with like giving without hoping nothing, but just giving our love to somebody. I don't mean sexually speaking. I meant in the sense of like connection, once you are about to meet a new love, whatever. But like be open that they will leave you or they will stay. Be open to both and pray or meditate or affirm, but just have a resource of calmness, whatever they want to call it. It's really important to you, I promise. Once I call God, now I call universe, now I call energy, now I call life, now I call, whatever they want to call it. But just having that resource of peace and calmness is important. And even though if your environment didn't help you a lot, just try to set limits with your environment so you could create a better space to you, and you maybe find that calmness that you always were asking for. Because you can create that with people that not maybe are with you physically, but I don't know, by internet maybe. And so that is the way that you can do or take a baby step. So no matter if you had a ex crazy, no matter if you had a bad relationship, no matter if you share a piece of your life with somebody in the past, you always will have a time where you feel home. That's why it's important having a home. Home doesn't mean always being the home that is not good for you. Home is a space and a state of mind where you feel at peace in a single place, even though if you had a place that was chaotic to you, that I had in the past, my house was like a place very chaotic in the past, and so I need to look for a place that I feel at comfort. That was my computer, maybe for me was my computer, my bed. That was the places that I feel most comfort, or maybe under my table or like something like that. Try to find that and try to keep it easy. Not always will be something like bad emotions or things that always will be like good emotions, but like in the sense of like, for example, if I'm tempted, let's say, by somebody that is smart mentally, because it happened to me, and is, driven and had a good voice, have a good career, have a good life, have good goals, is able to create a bond emotional with me, and is tall and have good hands. I see hands. But like, if I'm letting myself be tempted by many people like that, at some moment I might feel off. That is not the goal of like looking for many people, and that is like, no. When you can create a little bond with somebody, yeah, you can create a garden with them. That is the most beautiful thing that you ever will have with somebody, that you can create with them a garden. But like, if 4 of these pillars are not locking in, is not okay as well, and it's not good for you to be driven by many pillars. I need to water many gardens. No, just one. It's okay. It's got time for watermelon. No, but for me, I'm just one garden. I'm talking about flowers. But at those times, you feel fine, right? Sorry, Micah. But like, you feel okay. And so, there is gonna be that time where you feel at peace, you feel okay, you feel ready, you feel like, yeah, let's go. But like, there is gonna be a time where you need to set a limit. And focus doesn't mean sometimes not loving people, asking or setting like a what can I do for do this or do that, so you will avoid hyper reactive people or hyper reactive people, even though, because even though with my mom talk with that, what are your needs so you can feel more in peace. I asked my mom that and she was like, no, I asked you to clean early, and I was like, yeah, I can clean early, I can do music, I can study later, but like, yeah, that makes you feel comfortable. And even though she cooked delicious dinner, she did. But that happened even though with friendship. Like, I talk with somebody, they're like, yo, I don't want to talk with you, like, I'm busy. I'm like, yeah. I'm still waiting 1 year for a reply from a guy that was a friend that I had, that I connect, that I talked to, and that's okay. I have patience. A lot of patience, yeah, of course. But like, that is the thing. Having a stoic mindset means that you don't hope anything, but you don't feel avoidance as well. You feel peace and like, no, going to mind my own business. You mind your own business. Everything is fine. Everything's chill. Doesn't mean that I don't care. Doesn't mean that I don't love you. But it means that I truly trust you. In a relationship, who is the one who is more worried for the other person? Is the person who's cheating, or is the person who doesn't have self-value. But if you give no trust to them, I promise I won't text you 3 times per day. And even though they do that and you set the limit, it's on them, it's not on you. I learned that. Don't ask me how. I learned that by experience as well. So yeah, have a good day, and I hope you can enjoy this little episode of Love Like a Love Song. And I have the exercise as always to teach you maybe how to know if you have mom issues or daddy issues. Take a note, okay? Make a list of all the behaviors, bad or good, about your mom and your dad. And do that on the list of mom and dad. Do that in a list and see that if you repeat with your partner or the people that you like before. Bad behaviors, especially, we're not focusing on good behaviors because good behaviors are realistic, and sometimes bad behaviors we don't see, but we need to stay in a cold space. See that with the next person and find a pattern that is always common. And do that check and schedule some date with your psychologist. Not romantic, psychological. Okay? Okay. Bye. Bye. Love you. Bye.